Hello and welcome to part 7 of my decluttering series right here on my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be tackling Cecilia and Owen's rooms. So Cecilia is 4. Here is a quick overview of what her room looks like right now. She likes to hide a whole bunch of things inside her drawers, and then over here in her closet tends to be my little storage area. This is typically locked, so I keep our book rotation system in here, and I will explain more about that later. But this closet was in desperate need for me to clean it out. Stuffies, and more stuffies. So my husband actually went through all of our stuffed animals recently with our daughter Cecilia, and he had her narrow down what stuffed animals were her favorite and what ones she was willing to let go. And I was completely surprised by how many Cecilia was willing to let go to somebody else that could use them. And she got rid of 45 stuffed animals. So this is what we are left with, which is a completely manageable amount of stuffies. It didn't take me that long to pick them up off the floor, so now I'm just going to go through all of her dresser drawers. So this one actually has most of her cards inside it, and in one of my last videos you guys had recommended getting one of those like ring binders and just punching a hole in each of the cards and then holding them together with that ring so that they're all grouped together and they don't get tossed around everywhere, and it's easier to clean them up. I just need to remember to get that ring the next time I go to the store. I never think about it. So I'm going to work my way through each of her drawers. This top one has all her bathing suits, her underwear, her socks, and I'm just cleaning that up really quick. There wasn't much that I needed to take out of there. Then the rest of the drawers, I decided to take all of her clothes out. So all of her t-shirts, all of her shorts, all of her like long sleeves. There was one drawer that I keep her pajamas in, and that one I decided to just keep it just as it is because I knew everything in there fit her and I didn't need to do anything with it, so I'm not going to make more work for myself. These were the clothes I wasn't really sure about, but my kids are like right in between sizes right now. So it's like 5T is just a little bit big on her, but 4T is just a little bit too small, and they both kind of fit for the most part. So we're right in that middle area right now, and I know she's going to go through a growth spurt any day now, and I'll end up needing to get rid of a lot more clothes then. This is just an ongoing process when you have kids, especially the like newborn through the first year. I felt like I needed to go through their dressers at least once a month because they were constantly growing out of their clothes. It's really hard for me to limit their clothes because whenever I go to the store there are so many cute little girls' clothes especially, but I try to limit it down to about a week and a half worth of clothes. This has made the whole process of doing their laundry, like washing it, folding it, and putting it away, so much easier for me, and it fits in all of these nice little bins perfectly. I will make sure these bins are linked in the description because I absolutely love them. I've had them since Cecilia was born, so almost 5 years now, and I can't recommend them enough for kids' clothes. They just work so nicely for keeping them organized, and I like to fold them in a way that you can see everything that's in there and easily get to what you need. This bottom left drawer is where I keep all of Cecilia's sheets, and I'm going to show you how I typically like to keep my sheets together. When I found this little hack out, I have never turned back, and I've shared it in my past decluttering videos, and it completely blew a lot of your minds too. So just in case you have not seen this before, you put your sheets together in a nice little fold and then stick them inside the pillowcase. It keeps everything very nicely put together, so you have your whole set in one spot. So not only does it keep it organized, I think it just looks so much better. So if this is in a little closet or something, they're gonna look great, and you don't have to buy any extra organizational supplies. If any of you have one of those zipper bed sheets for the kids' beds, let me know how it works for you. I just cannot decide if it's worth it because they are a little bit pricey. So I would love to hear from somebody that has one already. But anyway, room is cleaned. Now we're going to focus on this very messy closet. So whenever I'm cleaning out something like a closet, I like to take absolutely everything out. It forces you to put your eyes, your hands on every single item in there and really ask yourself whether or not you need it or not. So I'm working my way through. I like to do it kind of systematically. I'll do one section at a time. And as I take things out, I'm grouping them into an area of keep, toss, or donate. So this is our book rotation system. Looks like a mess right now. Anyway, this closet is always locked, so my kids cannot get to all the books in here. The books they can get to are the ones that I rotate out of this closet and into the living room, about 20 or so, that I keep on the shelf in there in the living room. So this system has helped with so many different things. One being that it's so much easier to clean up the books around our house. My son used to just tear every single book off the shelf and we would just be left with a pile all over our living room floor. The second thing that it has helped with is my kids are so much more interested in the books that I rotate out because it's like they're getting a new book anytime I rotate them out with the books that are in here. So it's also really helped with their excitement for reading, and that's something I really want to foster in my kids, especially starting at a really young age. So this is the pile of baby books that my kids no longer need anymore. I will be donating those. There were also a few odds and ends on this bookcase that I will also be donating, but I have all the books grouped together on the bookcase and they are no longer on the side of it or all over the top. Time to take all the random stuff out of this closet and donate it or put it where it needs to be. Not in this closet, that's for sure. I have always loved throw blankets. I've loved them for a very long time, so I used to buy them all the time. Anyway, I have slowed down on my throw blanket buying, but any of the ones that I've gotten in the past, I still save in my daughter's closet here. I don't think there's that many, but anyway, my daughter and my son, they love using them to build forts with, so I'm not getting rid of them. They're being used. That's what matters here. They're being used, not for like their intended purpose, but they make great fort building blankets. So the bags I'm putting away here, I've actually already organized in the past. One has my son's newborn clothes, my daughter's newborn clothes, and then all their Christmas pajamas. So I actually have some crafts planned with those. I probably won't be able to do it until my kids are a bit older, but I'm going to be making a quilt out of their newborn clothes, and then I'm also going to make a tree skirt out of their Christmas pajamas. So I'm so excited for those, but for now they're just going to be stored in that bin in her closet until I can get around to it. Here's a quick overview of what we've done so far. I'm going to go through everything that's hanging and then all that stuff that's on the top. So like I said earlier, Cecilia is definitely in between sizes right now, and I think when I come back in about a couple more months, we're going to be getting rid of half of those dresses, but for now all of those fit her, so I'm just going to keep them here. She is absolutely obsessed with sundresses right now. It's the only thing she wants to wear. So the top of this closet is definitely like a real life moment. Definitely just make sure your closets work for you. Don't worry about them looking like they're Pinterest worthy or anything like that. This one just has a lot of storage for Cecilia and Owen when they're older, like my husband's old computer. We don't want to sell it or get rid of it right now because we know pretty soon we're going to be setting it right back up for Owen and Cecilia. So we're not going to get rid of it so that we can buy a new one. So instead, we're just keeping it stored here until they are ready for it. We keep the pack and play stored in here, some of their quilts for when it gets colder. And this is a true closet in my opinion. It does not need to be perfect. It just needs to be functional. And most importantly, just get rid of anything that you do not use. You do not need to be storing anything that you will not use or enjoy. I'm going to be finishing Cecilia's room up in here by vacuuming it, and then I'll be moving on to Owen's room. So Owen's room is so much more simple than Cecilia's. Cecilia is old enough that she's starting to collect all her little trinkets and cards and everything. Owen, on the other hand, he has his crib, he has his dresser, and then all of their toys are in the playroom. So if you want to see their playroom declutter, that was the first room I went through. It's incredibly satisfying, but I will make sure that's linked in the description. His closet in here is also the same size as Cecilia's. It's a walk-in closet, but I don't use it for his clothes. I use it for our seasonal decor storage, and I went through all of that in another video. So if you want to see that, I will also make sure it's linked below. But anyway, I'm just starting out in here by cleaning it up as I would every single day. I'm changing his sheets. I'm gonna lay up all his stuffies back up in his bed nicely, just how he likes them. This just brings my kids so much joy when their stuffies are just lined up nicely and ready to greet them. So I just love lining them up like this whenever I get a chance. So this is the dresser that I will be going through in here and decluttering. The diaper pail has, or will be, making its way out of here in today's video. Owen is officially potty trained. We are basically a diaper-free house. I am so excited. The only time we still wear, like Owen still wears like a pull-up is at night, just in case, because you know he's only 2.5, so he still has accidents at night sometimes, but most of the time he's staying dry, and it just makes me so happy but also super sad because it means my babies are growing up. So this is me saying goodbye to our diaper pail and the butt cream. It's definitely a bittersweet moment. So I had just recently gotten a new order of pull-ups and wipes, Yes, we are still prepared for accidents. So I keep all of his pull-ups here. He has his new underwear. This middle drawer here, I'm actually going to put his socks in. I also keep, this is like a charger for his little moon lamp here. Anyway, keep that back there. This drawer, let's see, there's a couple diapers in here that we do not need anymore. I will probably bring those to work. I work with kids at the hospital, so we definitely have a use for them there. And this drawer usually gets packed with all of our wipes, so I'm just going to wash it out and then stock it back up. So I had actually ordered these wipes before Owen had potty trained. I did not think it was going to be that easy to potty train him, but it was. So we have a surplus of wipes here that are probably going to last us a really long time. So I will probably end up donating a lot of these to our church. We do a lot of just fundraising and donations for parents in need. But I love keeping this box so I can put any donations inside it because it has the little handles on the side. It's easy to carry and I can just drop it off wherever the donation center is, and it makes it so much easier. Anyway, I'm going to go through all of Owen's clothes now, so I'm just going to take them all out of his drawers here. So I feel like Owen is in the same boat as Cecilia when it comes to clothing. Like, he is right there in between sizes. He can be a 2T, he can also be a 24 months, but it's like borderline. He is so close to growing out of all of his 24-month clothing. So I'm holding on to it for just a little bit longer, but I said it before, so I'll say it again. Kids clothing is just an ongoing decluttering process. I love these bins. I love organizing their clothes this way. So if you get a chance to try it out, I really hope you do. It just really helps keep all of them so organized and in place, and you can see exactly what's in there and easily get to what you need. So I'd kind of condensed a lot of his clothes down to the 2 top drawers. So I wanted to focus on these bottom drawers just being for the sheets and then his extra pull-ups. So I'm just putting all the sheets on the right, and then I'm going to fill up the bottom left one here with all of his extra pull-ups. I also had the hardest time getting them to fit properly in there, and this was the only way I could get them. So I'm going to be finishing Owen's room with a really good deep vacuum in here, and I cannot believe it. This is the last room that I needed to go through and declutter. It has been such a stress-relieving process. It feels so good to have gone through every single room in our house and declutter and get rid of everything that we don't use. So thank you for following me along on this process and encouraging me. Now it's my turn to encourage you. I hope these videos have motivated you and gotten you up and going and decluttering in your own homes, because it is just such a great feeling living in a house that is not just cluttered with a bunch of things that you don't need. So if you enjoyed the series, definitely hit that thumbs up for me. It helps my channel out so much. I appreciate every single one of those thumbs up. Definitely leave a comment. Let me know that you are watching. I love hearing from you guys. And subscribe if you're new. I make a new cleaning, organizing, or decorating video every single Sunday. And I will see you all next week in a brand new video. Bye.